Welcome to night 2 of reading The Adventures of the Bailey School Kids. Knights Don't Teach Piano.
So Eddie had his epic birthday party, and we're finding out his super surprise!
Which we have hypothesized is one of Grandma's old lady friends from the senior center who's going to jump out of a cake naked. Before we begin, I just want to point out, I was reading, they've got, here are some of our favorite Little Apples, which I assume are a brand of books in the back that you can send away to a Scholastic Inc. P.O. box. Two that I think we should add to our reading list are Amber Brown is not a crayon.
She is not.
I'm interested to know.
Could be a crayon.
I'm interested to know why people would confuse her for a crayon.
Are you a crayon? No.
You look a lot like a crayon. What with your pointy head and your thick neck and the clothes.
You're
the big one-piece cylindrical piece of clothes. That
if you're in the sun too long, you look gross.
There's also one called "You Can't Eat Your Chicken Pox," Amber Brown. So not only are her friends particularly confused about whether or not she's a crayon, but she's confused about whether or not she can eat her chicken.
She is a weird.
Yeah, so I'm interested to delve more into Amber Brown's world. But before we do that, let's continue on with Eddie's birthday here. In Bailey City.
Yes.
Chapter 2, Birthday Surprise. Ooh. Eddie twirled around and came face to face with a silver monster! Again, also, it goes with our theory of the old woman naked. She's got silver hair, like a silver fox.
Yep.
But it's like she's a beast, right? Because she's just so sexually... pungent.
She has years of experience.
She's not just a sexy beast, she's a sexy monster, a silver monster. Ah! Eddie yelled and fell back against his grandmother. He almost fainted. Eddie's grandmother gave Eddie a little shove. I'd like you to meet Mr. Lance E. Lott. It's an old man.
Friend. I see.
Friend, Grandma.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Here's your surprise! Wow, Howie said.
You're so lucky,
Melody said. Liza nodded. This is the best birthday surprise in the world! Eddie looked at the tall man in silver armor. He had a blonde, pointy beard, and his eyes looked like two black marbles. I just think that's weird. Like, I've never looked at somebody
lifeless,
and thought, like...
stares into your soul. There's like, no color, no emotion.
But that's not what Eddie stared at.
Oh, okay.
It was his bulging banana hammock. Lance's chest looked like it was covered with a huge pizza pan. They're friggin' 9 years old, and Howie has...
The night of Pizza
Eddie,
Land.
Oh, no, sorry, Eddie.
Pizza Town.
Eddie has never seen a night before. He doesn't understand what a chest plate is. Just, Dad looks like a big pizza pan.
So he has a night party.
A night-themed party.
You would think he knows all about nights.
No.
But he doesn't know about a chest plate or anything.
No, I mean, that's like when kids are like, oh, I want to watch this Dolly movie, and it's friggin' like Chucky.
Chucky, it's
the same.
I did that once.
With Chucky?
Well, it was like, Chuck, what was it, Playtime?
Playtime?
What was the name of the show? It was, Chuck.
Well, Child's Play, the Chucky one.
Child's Play, yeah, and I was like, sweet!
I'm a child, I like to play.
And then I learned my lesson after that. Actually, I haven't watched Chucky.
I never watched television again.
Ever.
Lance's chest looked like it was covered with a huge pizza pan. Under the shield, he wore a suit made out of black chain mesh. He knows what mesh is.
A black chain mesh, but
not a chest plate. Big pizza pan and black chain mesh. His arms and legs were completely covered by it. The faceplate on his silver helmet was pushed up, and a royal purple feather curled above his head. Ooh. He looked exactly like the bad knight in a movie Eddie once saw. So he's seen knights before.
So he should, okay.
Stop being an asshole, Eddie.
He pays attention to very different
details.
Things, yes.
I never noticed the largest part of your body before.
What's that thing on your head?
What's that in the middle of your face? That's a nose, Eddie. Oh, I just kind of looked at everything around that. The ears, the eyes, the mouth, nose. I got to put that into my back catalog.
Do I have a nose?
I have a nose.
Well, I can't see it, so I don't got one.
He looked exactly like the bad knight in a movie Eddie saw once, except Lance wasn't sitting on top of a black horse. Instead, the knight was standing right in front of him. Cool, Eddie said. My own private knight. Just let a teacher try to give me homework now. All right, so the suggestion here is that Eddie's like, so first of all,
use my knight.
He believes that he gets to keep the knight.
Yep.
1. 2, he thinks that the knight will murder his teachers if they try to give him homework. No.
No,
Just cut off her hand. That'll teach her her lesson.
it's not my knight can do my homework for me. It's I'm gonna get rid of the teacher if she ever tries to give me homework.
Yeah, that's accessory to murder there, Eddie. That's accessory to murder. Oh, no, Eddie's grandmother said with a laugh. I mean, Lance has you a surprise.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Sir Edward, Lance said with a British accent.
They love the knight. It's possible that the surprise could not...
It's still the old woman from the senior center.
That's possible.
Come on in, Lady Grey. Lance said with a British accent. Then Lance bowed to Eddie. When he did, the faceplate slapped down over his nose with a loud clang. Nope, see, he doesn't have a nose anymore. It's gone. Gone. No more nose. Melody giggled. But Liza and Howie stared at the knight as if he'd just handed Eddie a king's crown. Nobody ever called Eddie by his full name of Edward and got away with it. Oh, I see. Oh, the Lance is in for some shit. And no one had ever called Eddie Sir before. That's almost as infuriating as calling him Edward. Respect. Lance,
no
when are you gonna learn? Yeah, they never given Eddie no respect. Nobody wanted to.
Nobody wanted to.
That is a sentence. And no one had ever called Eddie Sir before. Nobody wanted to.
That says a lot about Eddie.
Eddie don't get no respect. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody gives Eddie respect.
But Eddie didn't notice. He rubbed his hands together like a fucking supervillain. Whatever his surprise was, it had to be good. After all, anything a cool dude in armor brought had to be even better than... Sorry. After all, anything a cool dude in armor brought had to be even better than fake snot.
No.
That is the sentence.
I Gooey Louie.
Gooey Louie
was fantastic.
I got
fake
you.
snot.
I got you Gooey Louie
did
for Christmas
many times.
We were like 8.
Pull the fake snake, the fake snot out.
Yeah, fake snot. There you go. Right there. Fake snot.
Brain pops out.
Brain pops out. You lose.
Yeah.
The end. Pull snot out of a man. Forcefully yank mucus out of a man's nose until he has an aneurysm. Yep. That's good. That's a good idea for a children's game. Let's market that to Milton Bradley.
And it worked.
I bet it's a sword, Eddie said. Is it? No, his grandmother said. Guess again. The shield, Eddie said hopefully, eyeing the silver shield Lance held in his hand. And Lance was all like, fuck no! Get the fuck away from me! This is my shield, bitch!
You touch my shield, I'll cut off your hand.
Yeah, I'll cut you. I'll cut you just like I cut Eddie's teachers in half.
Cut you.
Eddie's grandmother shook her head and smiled. No, she said, it's better than a sword or a shield. Tell him, Lance, it's this $10 gift certificate to Chuck E. Cheese. Eddie and his... yes, Grandma, that's way better than a sword and a shield, Grandma. Excuse me, Mr. Knight. Could you cut my grandma in half, please? Thanks. Could you like, put her in an Iron Maiden until maybe she gets me a better fucking birthday present?
Actually, we thought you were the first. It was a lot better the first time.
When I thought it was you, then we downgraded to a sword and a shield.
And I'm just disappointed.
And now...
Just disappointed.
I just figured out what it is that his birthday present is. And you know what? It's not better than a knight and a sword and a shield. Eddie and his 3 friends stared up at the stranger dressed in armor. Lance took a step forward. When he did, the sun glinted off his chest plate and made Melody squint. Lance handed it. I'm blind! She stumbled forward. She stumbled forward.
Melody's blindness.
Lance's blade... Lance handed Eddie a white envelope sealed with a blood-red blob of wax.
The blob.
Your gift, sir, Lance said.
Beware.
Eddie tore open the envelope to. Oh, no peeking ahead.
I'm sorry,
Steve. This
I know. I'm so excited. Please.
Eddie tore open the envelope to read the card inside. He read it once, then reread it. What's wrong, Eddie? Howie asked. Your face is as white as vanilla ice cream, Melody said.
Like vanilla ice.
Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bam bam. Are you okay? Liza asked. Eddie didn't answer. Instead, he held up the card for his friends to read. And that's the end of chapter 2. That's another Bailey. That's another Bailey School Kids cliffhanger. It's just like R.L. Stine.
I still don't know the surprise.
Nope. There is no way to know what Eddie's surprise is going to be.
Maybe we'll find out at the end of this book.
That's a big twist at the end. It's like, it was your whole bag full of marbles.
Remember that marbles we mentioned? Foreshadowing.
His eyes looked like marbles, and then later in the future, Eddie got some marbles. Anyway, chapter 3 tomorrow night. Good night, Steve.
Good night, Mike.